Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the manager career as we're going out qualifying round the TT Circuit Assen for the 8th round of the season. We are high on confidence after a fantastic race in Catalonia. Not a great qualifying, but that's because we were duped. We didn't read the update notes before the episode. We probably should have. Around Assen, there's no question which layout we're going round, even though we're going slightly off track there. In this very tricky first sector. But Assen's another track which has kind of been kind to us in the past. He scored points here, if I remember correctly, last season. So we're going to continue a fantastic run, a rich vein of form for McDonald and Elusive. The McKid is definitely growing up this season. There's been the odd race where there's been mistakes, but overall, it's been so much better than last season. He'd always scored more points than last season. And with another upgrade this weekend, with the brakes being improved, might get outbroken as much as well. Well, outbraked into a couple of corners. You never know. But we're saving up for an engine upgrade, which we could hopefully initiate after this race if we achieve our sponsored objective and earn a decent amount of credits. And once again, we're going to be on McDonald's back here, as I don't think Andrea is going to be anywhere near achieving the sponsored objective. He hasn't so far this season. I thought the change of rider might be slightly better. I didn't expect him to be, battling right up here. The top 10 off of points. Well, maybe top 30, but it hasn't really happened so far this season. So we will see with these bike upgrades if Andrea improves as well. That's not the best run through the final chicane. We managed to keep our foot in it and cross the line with a 50.3. I think that's a pretty decent lap time. And we're about to find out if it is. McDonald should be very happy with that qualifying effort. Very slow in the first sector, as you saw, but got better as that progressed. And we're using that same setup from Jerez. That's going to be our baseline setup from now on. Might put out the Qatar setup for faster tracks like Silverstone, but it's mainly going to be based on that Jerez setup, then treat the gears, slightly. As Mir is at the top with a 48.3. Then there's Fanati and Martin on the front row. Kinnett, Bulliger and McPhee. All Italian third row. Get your drinks out. Bastianini rounds out the top 10. As you got Rodrigo in his usual 12th position. Nuruddin, Loy, Guerrera, and there's McDonald in 16th. It was a pretty decent qualifying effort in the end. Yeah, 2 seconds off the pace, but he's 4/10 of a second faster than Kornfeld on the 6th row. As Dinino is in the middle of a Peugeot sandwich with Della Porta back to his usual 20th starting position after missing out in Catalonia. And right at the back is our teammate by 28 thousandths of a second behind finished Patrick. So, a pretty decent qualifying effort, but can we go forward and continue this point scoring streak? As here is the field for the TT Circuit Assen, the Model TT Assen Grand Prix. As there is Rodrigo in 12th, looking a bit pensive ahead of the racing, looks like. Here's the Loy Alert in 14th. We're going to ring in that klaxon going to the first corner, aren't we? As looking further back, there's Bo and Herrera back together on the 9th row alongside Arenas. And there's your usual suspects right at the back with Magnum in 33rd. As now we prepare for this race round the Netherlands. Fantastic circuit, and even though it's been changed over the years, it's been the layout for about the past decade. May not be as fast as it once was, but it's just as challenging. As we wait for the lights up here and go out for this 6th lap race. Not as epic a start as in Catalonia, but we've got the inside line on Guerrera. As we've got to brake very soon. To the inside of Nuruddin, are we? Yes, of the Malaysian up into 14th. Loy Alert, get the red code going. We're alongside Loy. You can do the inside the Belgian rider and effectively his home race in the Netherlands. We passed him up into 13, made that 12. We passed Rodrigo as well. Into that very tight hairpin, one of the tightest on the cannon, perhaps the tightest. So behind Bastianini, who we were battling with for podium in Catalonia. Bit different this race. So battling to get into the top 10. Oh, that's nice into the left-hander. Much better than my qualifying effort. And there's so much less braking going on into that right-hander than in previous games, it feels like. You can just ease the bike into that corner. So are we looking to the inside of Bastianini? Yes, we are. Get that 11th spot, McDonald. Bastianini's fighting on the inside. Sticking to the outside, though. Oh, that's probably not the wisest decision. Oh, if we get a good run through the right hand. Oh, yes. To the inside of Bastianini for the fast right. Oh, not quite. We're not having that epic run through these fast sweepers like we did last season because of the gearing. Slightly different this time around. And so we go wide into the left-hander. That's allowed Bastianini back by. Braking around that right line, going into the final corner. Get down to first gear. And across the line in 12th. As I can feel Rodrigo behind and defending slightly. And there's Loy. Get the klaxon going. Let's get in second gear out of that first corner. That was much better than our qualifying effort. And this whole race has been better than my qualifying effort so far. Slip to the inside, Bastianini on the curb and looking to the inside. The German and Antonelli. And getting to the top 10. Antonelli must hate us after the previous couple of rounds. We're making the Italian lose a couple of positions there, but here he is coming back on the KTM. Of course, he's not going to lie down. Just nip to his inside now into the fast left. Oh, outbraked ourselves by Country Mole. Here comes Bastianini as well. Very poor left-hander. So we're back where we were on the first lap. Looking to make a move on Bastianini heading into the left-hander. We're a bit further back this time around. And maybe through the right, double right. Because he's looking to make a move on Antonelli. As we run slightly wide. And I might allow Rodrigo have a nut down our inside. Going to look like the Argentine's going to do that though. As he's half a second behind. He's using all the curb. Oh no, you don't want to be on the curb. You can see how much it just kicks up the bike. Don't want to be on it at all. Let's not try and outbrake yourself into the left-hander. You're not really braking much into it. Again, it's like that right hand. You just want to ease the bike into the corner. See it down to second gear this time in the final chicane and get a superb run past Antonelli. Why didn't we do that earlier? Let's do a 48.4 on this second lap and go up into 11th. But here comes Antonelli. Nip down our inside. Not quite for the Italian. Nice to outbrake him into that first corner, just about. Always gets me nervous seeing the riders do that. Let's all get into the back of Bastianini. Certainly do make him live up to his name in these races, don't we? So he's looking down the inside of the German as he turned out the corner. He perhaps saw McDonald coming. And knows McDonald likes to make that move into the slow left-hander. So on this third lap, he's back up to 9th. We've got a bit of a gap to McPhee in 8th though. As the German just runs into the back of us there. Maybe he doesn't want to challenge us into the fast sweepers. Oh, hit way too much curve there on the first right. That's a better run through the left. Oh, much better run than on the previous lap. So holding on to 9th now. And are we perhaps even looking at a top 5 again? If there's 8th, 7th, 6th, we're going to see 5th, 4th, 3rd. We can see the top 8 in front. As we run right into the first right, that's not a good way to make it. As here comes Bastianini back. As we've got an almost 2-second gap to make up in front to McPhee, to Regino. Is that how you say it? We've got Bastianini and Antonelli battling behind. Oh, really sliding the bike into that final chicane, taking so much speed and so much more confidence now. As we go on to the second half of this race in 9th. Definitely in the groove now. 47.4. Now on the lap times as well. So you're definitely gaining on the trio in front. We've got DJ and Antonio leading that trio at the moment. Just take way too much curb there. It's the right hand and in into the hairpin. Look how much more confident McDonald is. This is now right on the back of Regino. I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. I don't tell about pronunciations. Flat out through the right. Now into the left. Oh, look at that. Take it so much better in fourth, get in third. Yeah, we gained a second. And we pulled out a second on Bastianini behind. In a very safe spot here. Don't have to be looking behind us now. We can just concentrate on in front. As Mir's taken over the lead from Martin. It's all a bit wide in the first right. I haven't got that corner right at all this race. It's all taken loads of curves as the second right. I need to improve the way I'm taking those corners. As you can see, lost a bit to the riders in front. Let's go through the left. And much better into that second left as well. As I said, just to ease the bike into it. And look at the confidence into the final corner. Bashing elbows with the sky. We got 46 rider and up into 8th. What a move from the McKid. As he defends into the first corner. As he got DJ and Antonio past McPhee as well for 6th. McDonald on this penultimate lap, he's not even counting out a podium, I feel. You can see how close it is. It's a line in front. As you get into the back of McPhee, just let him know we're here. Hey John, how you doing? Let's look at this, 10th of a second behind, but it's still not getting the slipstream. Look at that, look how much more powerful that Honda is compared to the Peugeots. Go flat out to the right, then into the left. Oh, okay, so much more speed than McPhee. Looking down the inside, into the right, up into 7th. Beautiful from McDonald. This is what happens when he rides with confidence. And now down the inside, DJ and Antonio. Told he's not ruling out a podium just yet. He's looking at a top 5 now. Is that Fanati in front? As that was much better through the double right. Perhaps the best I've taken it so far in this race. But here comes DJ and Antonio. Oh, what a move from the Italian. Just as we're thinking of his team, and here comes McPhee. You're not joining in, mate. It's all. You give DJ and Antonio a little tap as you go past him. But into the chicane. They can break so deep, so confident. Get a decent run out of it as you go into the final lap of the race. In 6th. As Connect does the fastest lap of the race of 47.1. Oh, and here comes DJ and Antonio pushing us wide. We're trying to, and that's allowed McPhee to take advantage of our battle. DJ and Antonio very aggressive. We've seen that in the past, but it's to his detriment this time around. So we go behind Fanati. Now out of that slow left-hander. This is where we could get slipstream going into the fast right left. McPhee's definitely in the slipstream, but he's not close enough to make a move just. There's using some of them in our fan more. And that means we're kind of offline into the right. Managed to pick up the power very early. Fanati sluggish. What's the Italian doing? Here comes McDonald down the inside into the top 5. And there is a podium place right in front. Could this be the first top 5 for Peugeot, for McDonald, for Elusive? But no, Fanati, being his usual aggressive self, fights back in the right-hander. As we're nose to tail through the streamers. Oh, we got the slipstream on the outside, through the right, through the left. Gotta get it down the third gear. Was on slightly offline. Use the engine braking. And now in the final chicane. Oh, McDonald tries to get on the power as early as possible. But across the line, he comes 5th. I'll take that. First top 5. I told you he's confident. And what a race. Almost at the fastest lap as well. This Peugeot's coming alive. I told you that improving the brakes would help us as well. He didn't get out-braked as much. He didn't get railroaded like you would have seen in the first season. So, very happy with 5th. Almost got the podium. Nico close to less than half a second back of Martin as Mir was second by just a 10th and a half behind Kennett. What a battle for the lead and for third and for 5th as well. As behind Finati, Dino Antonio, we had McPhee, we had the Italian, we had Otel as well in 10th, head of Bastianini, Antonelli, Loy, Rodrigo, and Nuruddin just pipping his teammate. Or Rodrigo just pipping his teammate and Nuruddin to the last couple of points. Guerrera just a 10th back. As further back, there's Kornfeld down in 23rd. There's our teammate in 32nd. He didn't finish last by a second. So in the championship, that means Canet leads by 24 points from his Spanish rival with Ballega, who started the season pretty strongly now in 3rd, falling adrift with Martin in 4th and Migino in 5th, ahead of Finati by 9 points, with DJ Antonio, the biggest mover in the top 10, up to 7th. We have Antonelli and Otel, with Bastianini rounding out the top 10, level on points with John McPhee. But here comes McDonald, 18 points back of a top 10 position now on that Peugeot. The McKid is flying, with Loin 13th, Nuruddin 14th, Rodrigo 15th, Danilo 16th, Ramirez 17th, Guerrero 18th, Sasaki 19th, Suzuki, last point scorer in 20th, with our teammate Andrea in last. As in the constructors' standings, Honda galloping away at the front now, 48 points ahead of KTM, with Peugeot in a very solid 3rd, Mahindra yet to score. As look at that weekend recap, it just gets better every weekend for McDonald, starting in 16th, ending up in 5th, smashed the race objective, and that championship position could even get better, as I said, if we continue this rich vein of form. Even Andrea moved ahead forward in the race as he improves his braking well. Dan McDonald improves his thought management and cornering, and look at all those credits and reputation as well. What a weekend. So we're gonna rest after a very exciting couple of weekends there, you know, even in Mugello, in Catalonia, and now Assen. I said we need a weekend's rest. I said we need 2 weekends rest. So we're halfway through the season, and we're going to mark that by going to Germany and the Saxon Ring Circuit round 9 of 18. Can Dan McDonald continue the streak round the track, which again should suit the Porsche, especially with this gearing now. We're going to see us be very strong in the first half of that lap. Maybe lose it a bit in the second half where it's a bit faster. But find out next time if the McKid can make it a McPodium next time out Southwatch, and I will see you then.